Sathyabama Institute of Science and Technology.
Good morning. Today we are going to discuss about unsupervised learning algorithm. So almost all computer engineers are well aware of what is unsupervised learning algorithm. Today I'll give a brief description about what is unsupervised learning algorithm and what are its different types. So before saying about unsupervised learning algorithm, I would like to tell about what is machine learning. So machine learning nowadays, it's a well developing and almost all the research that we are carrying out through this field. So in 1959, a programmer Arthur Samuel who coined this term machine learning. So the word itself which defines what is machine learning. We are going to learn a machine using some past experience. So the past experience which is very important in machine learning, because humans will train from experiences, same like we are making machines to train from some past experience. So in terms of artificial intelligence machine learning, we would like to tell the training and testing are the two terms. The training which tells about past experience. So we are giving some data and we are extracting the features and we are just training the data and we are saving. Then when any new data is coming, so we are just giving that name as test data. So when we are giving a new sample to the system will be able, well performing like what is the new data sample by comparing already testing data. So that we can call it as a machine learning which will be training from past experience. So we can tell the machine learning is a subset of artificial intelligence and which combines different algorithms together to come up with some conclusion, or the machine will be training by itself or with the help of some algorithms, and it will be classifying or predicting, or it will be clustering the data which is available. So these are the different type of machine learning algorithms. The machine learning type algorithms can be classified as supervised learning algorithm, unsupervised learning algorithm, semi-supervised learning and reinforcement learning algorithm. So supervised learning algorithm, in one word we can tell, if the data label is known to the system, then it is supervised learning algorithm. So the data label or the class label is nothing but where we have to categorize the data. The category of the data or the type of the data, we can call it as label, class label. So I will be showing one database, from that you can easily understand what is a class label. And the different type of supervised learning algorithms are classification and regression. Then unsupervised learning algorithm, we are having various types as association and clustering. So before that, I would like to tell what is an unsupervised learning algorithm. So unsupervised learning algorithm is nothing but just opposite of supervised learning algorithm. In supervised learning algorithm, we are having data class labels that will be already known to the system. Here, the class labels is not known to the system. So what the system have to do? It have to use some other method. So we can easily tell comparing the data items and it will be coming with some conclusion. Next is semi-supervised learning algorithm. It's a combination of the supervised and unsupervised. So in a data set, something will be, or a group of data items will be known in terms of class labels. But most of the data will be unlabeled data. Unlabeled data means the class label is not known. And the last one is reinforcement learning algorithm. It always works with feedbacks. So we can tell it a type of real-time applications. We can call it as reinforcement learning algorithms. This is the broad classification of machine learning types, and we are going to see about unsupervised learning in detail. Now let us see about unsupervised learning algorithm. So as I said, in unsupervised learning, there is no class labels. So a data set will be given as it is. So the algorithms have to find out what is the category. So as the class label is not known, the algorithm will be finding out some categories, a new categories like category 1, category 2, category 3. So I'll explain this using one example. Consider a set of 1,000 images are there, and the images are of cats and dogs. So the statement itself which tells what is a label of the particular data set, cats and dogs. So the particular features are extracted of different images. So if it is features of cat, then that particular image will be mapped to cat category. If it is resembles to dog features, then it will be mapped to dog category. So this is supervised learning algorithm. That means the class label or where to categorize the images, it is already known. But in terms of unsupervised learning, it won't be given like that. For example, I am having 1,000 books with me, and the 1,000 books can be of the form of a novel, a handwritten book, a textbook, a picture book, like that. It is a combination of different type of books, but the labels, so where to label and what to label, it is not given. Simply a raw material is given. So what the algorithm will do, one by one, it will take the textbook, that means in the form of scanning. It will be taking and it will be identifying what are the features. So the first book itself, it will be giving category 1. Then the next textbook will be taken and it will be compared with the old one. That means already one is listed. It will be comparing with the one and it will be finding whether it totally resembles to a new one. That means it not at all resembles with the category 1. It is just like a new one. Then we can name it as category 2. So like that, 1, 2, 3 up to n we can categorize. This is in the case of unsupervised learning algorithm because the class label is not known. Then the different type of unsupervised learning algorithm includes clustering and association. So clustering is nothing but we are just grouping different data items in the data set. And association, we are finding association between some relationship, some relevant features between the data items in the data set. So data items is nothing but the instances of a data set. Okay, so this is unsupervised learning algorithm which uses machine learning algorithms to analyze and cluster unlabeled data sets. You can tell it's an unlabeled data set. This is not at all very easy for a human to cluster or group an unlabeled data. So when it is in the terms of a computer using machine learning algorithm, it is actually very easy comparing to a human. So this is a data set which tells about whether a customer is going to buy a computer or not. So by seeing this features, we can tell age is one of the feature, income is the next feature, and the student is the next feature. And buys computer, that is a class label. So that means the age, income and the student, these three features will be combined together and we will be coming with one conclusion whether this particular customer is having the possibility to buy this computer or not. So if it is a youth and having high salary, then it is not a student, then there is a possibility, no, the computer, this particular customer is not going to buy the computer. So this is already processed one. So here it is very easy for the classification because class label is known. But in the case of unsupervised learning algorithm, this particular last, that column won't be there. So that is a task of the unsupervised learning algorithm to categorize each and every data items. So this is the picture for supervised learning algorithm. An input raw data will be given, but here what are the different categories will be already known. That means it labeled data will be there. So I already said we are going to convert a data set into two, training data set and testing data set. So the training data set, we will be taking all the trained data set or the data set we are going to train, and we are going to find out the features and we will be comparing each and everything and we will be coming with the conclusions. That is the output. Then for that we are having some algorithms and we will be processing finally using the machine learning algorithms like supervised learning algorithms. Examples are SVM, random forest algorithm, decision tree. Using any one of the algorithm we will be processing and we will be coming with the final result. What is the output? So here three outputs is given, this red triangles, then green circles and the diamond shape, violet diamond shapes are there. Okay, so like this we can compare and we can come up with the conclusion this is supervised learning algorithm. But in unsupervised learning algorithm, the output or where to map it is not known. Already it is not known. So what is going to happen? One by one it will be taking and it will be finding the features and it is categorizing. So one particular data item will be compared with the next one and it will be finding some any resemblance is there. Resemblance is there, that will be grouped to one particular category. Otherwise, it will be mapped to the next category. For that, we are having unsupervised learning algorithms. It can be in the form of clustering or association. So this is one example for unsupervised learning algorithm. We are having different vegetables are there here. So what is going to happen? First data item will be taken. Okay, then the features of that will be analyzed and we will be giving one category. Name for this particular category is already not known. So, okay, first one is first category and we will be taking the next picture or next data item from the data set and it will be comparing with the first one. So, if any resemblance is there, it will be keeping on that first set. Otherwise, it will be giving to the next set. The same thing will be happen until we had find out labels or categories for each and every items. The advantages We can use unlabeled data. Advantage of unsupervised learning algorithm is we can use unlabeled data and scalability. Any large data set is also there. We can make use of unsupervised learning algorithms. Anomaly detection. Anomaly detection, we can tell outlier. Any particular data items which is not there in the whole group also we can find out. That is anomaly detection. And data pre-processing in terms of dimensionality reduction. Example, PCA algorithm, we can use this unsupervised learning algorithm. Principal compound analysis, it mainly used for dimensionality reduction, reducing the dimensionality of the data sets. So applications, data exploration, customer segmentation, recommendation system, target marketing campaigns, and data preparation and visualization. These are the some of the, actually it is not at all limited, the applications is not limited. So this is some of the applications of unsupervised learning algorithm. Okay. Now the categories of unsupervised learning algorithm. The unsupervised learning algorithm categorized into two, mostly into two. We are having one more category, that is the dimensionality reduction. We are using PC algorithms, but broadly it is classified into two, clustering and for association. So clustering, we are having a set of algorithms and each and every algorithms is differ to each other, and association we are having different algorithms. So we are not going to learn about the algorithms, but we are going to see what is clustering and what is association. Okay, clustering, it's a technique which finding the similarity groups in data. So we can tell that groups are clusters. So a big data set will be given, and from the data set we are just partitioning, we are grouping the data items into several groups. That groups is termed as clusters. So if one data items is similar to the other one, that will be in one group. Okay, then we will be checking the next data item. So if it is resemblance the first group, it will be keep over there, or it will be taken to a next cluster. So like that we are forming clusters to identify the groups for unsupervised learning algorithms, or we can tell it is unlabeled data. So clustering, we can tell it's an unsupervised learning algorithm. No class values, that means the class labels is already not known. So that is the task of the unsupervised learning algorithms, to find out the categories. So this is one example. Actually this is a scatter plot. So we are having different data items. Actually what is going to happen, we are finding the distance between data items and we are just grouping it. From here it is easily you can identify, right? So these all data, it comes under one category. These comes under another category. These all comes under another one category. By this is one simple data set, so we can easily identify three groups are there. So by using the distance matrix, we can find out three groups are there. So 1, 2, 3. Okay, natural clusters will be formed. So clustering can be classified. The broad classification of clustering are hierarchical and partitioning. So hierarchical, so when a data item is given, so we will be taking one by one, level by level. Okay, so level by level, we will be identifying the clusters. That is known as hierarchical clustering. We are having agglomeratory clustering and divisive clustering. These are the two different types of hierarchical clustering. And the clustering also having another one type as partition clustering. Here the whole data set will be partitioned into different categories. Then one by one it will be finding whether it fit in this group, or whether another one group have to give for this particular data item will be find out. So hierarchical clustering is nothing but level by level, one by one, level by level, the different data items will be analyzed, and in one particular hierarchy, only one clustering will be there. Then another one data item will be joined this one, or another one cluster will be formed. So hierarchical clustering is nothing but level by level. So each level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4, like that we will be combining all the data items together to form the cluster. Then partition clustering, the whole data item or the whole data set will be partitioned into several groups. Then using the distance matrix, we will be find out whether this particular data items is fitting on the first group or second group or third group, we will be finding out. The most probably using algorithm for partition clustering is k-means clustering method. So next one is learning associations. It's a type of unsupervised learning algorithm. So association rule learning is a type of unsupervised learning algorithm technique which checks the dependency of one data item to the another one data item. So we can mainly use this for business purposes. We can call that is a market analysis or business analysis, etc. So when we are going for one shop, we can find out similar products will be kept together. For example, all the milk products will be kept together. Why? That means one person who is going to buy milk, there is a chance for him to buy some other milk products also. So that is a term which related with market analysis. So this is an example for basket analysis, P of y by x. So this is a probability which tells about one person who is buying X, the product X, then there is a chance of that person to buy Y also. An example is given, P of chips by beer. So there is a chance one person who is buying beer, then there is a chance of buying chips also. So in terms of percentage, we can tell 70%, 0.7, which is about 70% chance is there for a person who is buying beer to buy chips also. So this is learning associations. One particular data item will be compared with the other one data item, whether there is any association will be there, and it is mainly used in business purposes. Okay, so we are having another one example also. This customer 1, he is buying milk, bread, butter together. So customer 2, he is buying milk, cereal, bread, butter together. Next one is buying milk, bread, butter together. Next one is buying sugar X, like that. So from this one, what is the conclusion we can make up? Milk, bread, butter. So milk, bread, butter. So there is a combination, like one person who is buying bread, then there is a chance for the particular person who can buy milk and butter also. Okay, so like that we can find out the relationship between or the association between different variables. We can tell the data items in a data set as different variables also. So either it can be the dependency between different variables or different data items in the data set. We are having different learning types as a priori algorithm, eclat algorithm, and FP growth algorithm. So these are the algorithms which we can make to find out the association between different data items in a data set. Thank you.